I want you as the Secretary General of PMAWCA to describe what West and Central Africa is describing as ports of the future.
The port of the future also goes with blue economy, goes with green economy. And we are working on this green economy because the port of the future need to be safe. This is one thing. Technology, yes, but green and blue port is some things you need to emphasize with, to be sure and comply with, to be sure that you are green and all the ships they can come in our water because the ship owner needs the place which is really safe to come.
Now, when you look at West and Central Africa sub-region, erosion is taking over all of West Africa. Some communities are being deserted. Infrastructural development, automation of the port, is it going to solve all of these problems so we can have community growth in West and Central Africa region?
That's why I was talking about blue and green economy.
Yeah.
You already
Climate
set up. You already set up a charter in our sub-region to face with that kind of difficulty in terms of erosion of our region. Currently, World Bank and the FDB Bank, they are working on the border of Lomé and Cotonou to solve this kind of a problem because the erosion is coming. And what we are saying that is the climate change. Climate change is the general things. But to look at in your water, in your border, what we are facing with. And for us, the part of the future is you see that you haven't got land, you are getting land on the water, on the sea, on those ones, but you need to be sure that even you are getting land on the sea, we need to solve the problem of erosion so that we cannot send some. They cannot have a lot of difficulties in exploiting and for exploitation of the port, all those matters. So for us, the community they are working there. They will still work there, but you need to put them in a safe environment, a safe area.
Yeah.
And for this reason, you have to build, for example, the fishery. They have the area they are developing the activity now in some of ports, like the port of Dakar in Morocco.
Yeah.
For Abidjan port, for example, they have an area for that one. In Cape Verde, they have an area. So they have the fishing port, but they have also the area they are developing the activity. So they are not destroying all those activities, but if they are not facing with that kind of difficulties, they will disappear one day because of erosion.
The richest black man in Africa was calling on private investors to come in and invest in ports, that without their investment, port growth cannot be attained. Now, are there policies that are welcoming private investors, entrepreneurs, the big players in Africa privately?
You know, what we are talking is like, this is the wishes of African, of the youth, of everybody, that African investors must invest their money in the port activities. Most of the time, we are going to look for money for somewhere abroad, all those things. And the condition is too much, we cannot afford that kind of things. Whereas in Africa, we have the richest men, they can develop this activity. So the area is there, and they have to come. And you call them for that one. Even when you went last week in Nairobi, for example, for African Forward Summit,
Yeah.
they talk about that one. And I don't know if you heard that a statement of the president of Kenya is telling that you are not going to be a slave for anyone anymore. So he's calling for investment. And in Dangote, as you said, that the richest man is currently developing, or he start to build a new refinery for this region. And yesterday, he told us that he's going to build the biggest port, the deepest port in our region, which is sometimes very good. And the president said earlier that the outcome of this meeting is that one. So I think you are going to achieve a lot of things, and that is good to call all investors. Even yourself, you can be investors in the port.
Yeah, I can.
It's only that you are open.
Yeah.
You are open I think our port for everybody. We have some of a project. The real problem of us is that sometimes you haven't got someone who is have a knowledge to set up a bankable project. Now, with a partnership with some of institutions, we are developing this knowledge so that they can afford and they can do good things in our region.